Hello everyone, and welcome to my Update US Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sister Wives fans tired of Kody Brown blaming Robyn. Kody Brown frequently cites those around him, despite the fact that he appears to have difficulty determining the cause of his family's dissolution. For instance, he's been known to credit his former wives for tearing the fabric of the family. In a similar vein, he has frequently delegated responsibility for his children's actions in failed relationships to them. He and Robyn Brown are now cuddling up to make their new dreams come true through monogamy. However, his fans are sick and tired of seeing him attribute his problems to her. Kody Brown attributes their exclusion to Robyn. The exclusion of Kody and Robyn Brown from Savannah Brown's party was devastating. Since their relationship was strained, Janelle Brown explained, she decided not to invite them because it would be extremely awkward. That things were so different from their close family in Las Vegas made Robyn very sad. She seemed to wish they could go back to the big family events they worked on when they lived there. However, Kody Brown says that the family's strong dislike for Robyn is what causes most of the tension. He thinks he would be accepted, but he won't go to family get-togethers without her. Even though there is a lot of resentment in the family, Janelle clears things up by saying that Kody and Robyn weren't welcome because they didn't try to fix the relationships that were broken. However, Kody Brown's blaming of Robyn is tiresome, and fans are getting sick of him doing so. On Reddit, Sister Wives fans discuss how Kody Brown is blaming Robyn when he should look at himself. First, a user says, Janelle, no one wants Kody here, they want me but not R. They then go on to say, I love how bitter Kody is at the knowledge that the family is happily moving forward without him. I also think he is using Robyn as an excuse for why he is unable to go to these parties that he is not invited to. He can shield his ego from the realization that it is actually him who is unwelcome if he can attribute his dislike for her to the reason he is not wanted. The scapegoat Robyn Brown previously informed her mother that she was the Brown family's scapegoat. Kody Brown is now making her sentiment a reality, despite the fact that it did not initially appear to be true. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy in many ways. He is getting his comeuppance despite the fact that many of Kody Brown's fans are sick and tired of him blaming anyone in his family for his misfortune. Some of them are enjoying seeing him get his due. Robyn and Kody Brown pick drama. Other fans discuss how Robyn and Kody Brown could have resolved the issue on their own, but chose to promote drama. Fans of Sister Wives are reeling with anger and disbelief after a recent episode revealed that Robyn Brown blatantly blamed her former sister wives, Christine, Mary, and Janelle, for problems that many believe should have been addressed within her own sphere. In a moment that has ignited heated discussions on social media and fan forums alike, Robyn's comments were seen as not only a deflection of her own shortcomings but also as an irresponsible attempt to shift the blame for long-standing family issues onto those who, in many ways, have been equally burdened by the complicated dynamics of the Brown household. For years, viewers have watched as the Brown family's internal struggles have played out on camera, with each wife navigating her own challenges in a system that demands loyalty, sacrifice, and often, subservience. Robyn, who has positioned herself as the current matriarch, has often been depicted as a polarizing figure, someone who exudes confidence and authority on screen but whose actions behind the scenes have sometimes betrayed a deeper insecurity. In the latest episode, when confronted with issues ranging from financial mismanagement to interpersonal conflicts, Robyn's decision to lay the blame at the feet of Christine, Mary, and Janelle came as a shock to many fans. They argue that instead of taking responsibility for her part in the family's dysfunction, Robyn chose to single out her former sister wives, each of whom has her own history of struggle and, at times, victimization under the pressures of a polygamous marriage, to deflect criticism away from herself. Robyn's rhetoric was especially biting. In one particularly memorable segment, she was heard asserting that if things had been done right, none of these issues would exist, a statement that many interpreted as a direct accusation against the other wives for not fulfilling their roles in the way she believed was expected. This sweeping generalization struck a nerve with longtime fans who have followed the evolution of the family for nearly 2 decades. For them, the issues plaguing the Brown household are not the result of a single person's failings but are symptomatic of a deeply entrenched system where power imbalances, lack of communication, and unresolved resentments have festered for years. By shifting the blame entirely onto Christine, Mary, and Janelle, Robyn not only oversimplified a multifaceted problem but also disregarded the complex interplay of emotions and external pressures that have contributed to the family's woes. Critics of Robyn's approach point out that her behavior mirrors a common pattern seen in environments where one individual's need for control and validation eclipses the contributions of others. Robyn's insistence that the other wives are solely responsible for the family's difficulties reveals an unwillingness to acknowledge her own role in perpetuating a cycle of blame and dysfunction. For instance, several fan threads on platforms like Reddit and Twitter have erupted with comments such as, "Robyn is too busy protecting her image to see that she's part of the problem," and "if Robyn had taken responsibility for her actions once in a while, maybe we wouldn't be seeing these same issues over and over again." These reactions suggest that a significant portion of the fanbase is frustrated not only with the content of her comments but with what they represent, a refusal to engage in self-reflection and a stubborn adherence to a narrative that has long cast her in a self-aggrandizing role. Furthermore, the backlash extends beyond just personal blame. Many viewers have criticized Robyn for undermining the solidarity that once existed among the sister wives. Historically, despite the inevitable tensions, there have been moments when Christine, Mary, and Janelle came together to support one another in the face of shared challenges. Fans recall early seasons when the sister wives, though often at odds, also formed a kind of unspoken alliance against external pressures, whether from Kody's unpredictable demands or the relentless scrutiny of the media. By publicly blaming them for the family's current state, Robyn risks fracturing that fragile unity even further, deepening divisions that could have long-term consequences for the entire Brown family. This public denouncement not only exacerbates existing rifts but also alienates viewers who had hoped that the sister wives might eventually overcome their differences and forge a more cooperative future. Adding to the controversy is the context in which Robyn's comments were made. In the episode, tensions were already high due to a series of unresolved issues, ranging from disputes over family finances to lingering resentments about past betrayals. It was a moment charged with emotion, where every word was amplified by the knowledge that this family has spent years under the microscope. In such a charged atmosphere, a statement like Robyn's carries significant weight. It sends a clear message. Instead of looking inward and acknowledging her own failings, she is deflecting the blame outward, pinning the responsibility on her former sisters-in-arms. For fans who have invested emotionally in the Brown family's saga, this was not just a disappointing moment, it was a betrayal of the trust they had built in a narrative that, despite its many flaws, promised an exploration of real, human relationships. By refusing to share the blame, Robyn reinforces a cycle of narcissism and control that many viewers have long criticized as being at the heart of the family's dysfunction. Moreover, Robyn's comments also have broader implications for the public perception of the Brown family. In a media landscape where authenticity is increasingly prized, her unwillingness to admit any part in the family's problems not only tarnishes her own reputation but also reflects poorly on the entire family dynamic. Critics argue that when one person consistently refuses to take accountability, it sets a precedent for others and creates a toxic environment where blame is shifted rather than resolved. This dynamic has been a recurring theme on Sister Wives, and many fans now worry that Robyn's stance might hinder any real progress toward healing and reconciliation within the family. The accusation that she blatantly blamed Christine, Mary, and Janelle is seen by some as the final straw, a point of no return that could further destabilize relationships that are already fragile. As viewers process this revelation, there is a growing consensus that the family must confront these issues head-on if they are to move forward in any meaningful way. In response to the backlash, some defenders of Robyn argue that her comments were taken out of context and that she was, in fact, expressing her own frustration with the lack of support she feels from the other wives. They claim that while it may appear as though she is shifting blame, Robyn is actually highlighting systemic problems that have long plagued the family, problems that are not the fault of any one individual. However, this argument has not swayed many who remain deeply troubled by what they perceive as an overt refusal to accept personal responsibility. To them, the essence of leadership, especially in a family as intricately interconnected as the Browns, is the ability to admit one's mistakes and work collectively towards solutions. When Robyn denies any wrongdoing on her part and instead points the finger at Christine, Mary, and Janelle, it feels to these fans like a betrayal of that fundamental principle. This episode has also sparked a wider debate about the pressures of reality television and how they can distort interpersonal dynamics. Many viewers are quick to note that the constant presence of cameras and the need to produce compelling drama can push individuals to adopt extreme positions. Yet, even with this understanding, the scale of Robyn's accusations has struck many as disproportionate. It raises the question, to what extent are these comments a product of the show's manufactured conflict, and to what extent do they reflect deeper, more enduring issues within the Brown family? For those who have followed the saga over the years, the answer appears to be the latter. The patterns of blame, control, and self-justification that Robyn exhibits are not new, they have been part of the fabric of the family for a long time. This realization has only fueled the anger and disappointment of fans who have hoped for more authentic, less destructive forms of conflict resolution. In the final analysis, the outcry against Robyn Brown's blatant blaming of Christine, Mary, and Janelle is a powerful commentary on the challenges of maintaining genuine relationships under the relentless pressures of public life. It encapsulates the deep-seated frustrations of fans who have long believed that the Brown family's issues run much deeper than the occasional on-camera spat. For many, the problem is not simply that conflicts arise, but that the individuals involved are often unwilling or unable to acknowledge their own roles in perpetuating those conflicts. Robyn's refusal to share the blame is seen as symptomatic of a broader pattern of narcissistic behavior, a pattern that has, over time, eroded trust and deepened divides within the family. As Sister Wives moves into its next season, the ramifications of this episode are likely to be felt for a long time. Whether it leads to genuine efforts at reconciliation or simply further entrenches existing divisions remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. Fans are no longer willing to accept superficial explanations for the deep-seated issues that have long defined the Brown family's public narrative. They demand accountability, authenticity, and a willingness to face the painful truths that underlie the family's history. For many, Robyn's comments are the latest, and perhaps most glaring, reminder that the path to healing is paved with honesty, and that true change can only come when every member of the family is willing to examine their own behavior without deflecting responsibility onto others. In the end, the controversy surrounding Robyn's remarks is more than just a moment of television drama. It is a reflection of the enduring human struggle to balance personal ambition with collective responsibility, to navigate the fine line between self-preservation and genuine connection. For the dedicated Sister Wives fanbase, this episode serves as both a cautionary tale and a rallying cry, urging everyone involved to confront their shortcomings and work together towards a future that honors the complexity of their shared experiences. Robyn Brown's latest transformation has left Sister Wives fans in utter disbelief and admiration as she unveiled a drastic new look that marks a bold departure from the style she's been known for over the years. In a series of episodes that have quickly become the talk of the town, Robyn emerged with a radically altered hairstyle and a refreshed overall aesthetic that many say symbolizes her renewed self-confidence and willingness to break free from the expectations of her past. For decades, Robyn's image on Sister Wives was synonymous with soft, carefully styled hair and a look that tried to balance sophistication with the demands of reality television. But now, she stepped into a new chapter, a metamorphosis that fans and critics alike are calling both shocking and inspiring. In the latest season, Robyn revealed her transformation during a candid confessional interview where she explained that the change was more than cosmetic. It was a declaration of independence. "I wanted to show the world that I am not defined by what others expect of me," she said. The new look, characterized by a dramatically shortened hairstyle that some have described as a buzz cut with edgy, asymmetrical layers, has sparked an immediate reaction online. Social media platforms are buzzing with hashtags like #NewRobyn and #BoldRobyn, as viewers express everything from admiration for her courage to shock at how unrecognizable she appears compared to her previous style. For many fans, this transformation is emblematic of a deeper, personal journey toward reclaiming control over her identity after years of being part of a carefully constructed public narrative. Robyn's decision to change her appearance is seen as part of a larger movement within the family, where long-standing tensions and the desire for personal reinvention are increasingly coming to the fore. Over the years, the Brown family has been embroiled in internal power struggles and controversies, with Robyn often at the center of debates about loyalty, control, and public image. In choosing a new look that eschews her old style, Robyn is sending a clear message that she is evolving. She is determined to break out of the mold that has been cast for her and to assert her own sense of self, regardless of the opinions of critics or the pressures of being in a high-profile family. Industry insiders speculate that this new aesthetic might also be linked to Robyn's personal growth and a strategic effort to redefine her role within the family. For years, she was often portrayed as the one who had to accommodate the demands of a polygamous household, balancing the needs of Kody's many wives and children. However, as the family's dynamics shift and new narratives emerge, where individuality and personal well-being are increasingly emphasized, Robyn's transformation seems designed to signal that she is ready to embrace a life that prioritizes her own dreams and aspirations. The change in her appearance is, in many ways, a visual metaphor for shedding the weight of past expectations and stepping into a future that is self-determined and unapologetically bold. Notably, fans have reacted with a mix of emotions. Some have praised Robyn for her bravery, viewing her new look as a form of self-expression that challenges conventional beauty standards and the rigid expectations often imposed on women in the spotlight. "This is exactly what I needed to see," one fan wrote on Twitter. "Robyn is finally taking ownership of her identity and it's so empowering." Others, while surprised by the dramatic change, appreciate the authenticity behind it. They believe that by altering her appearance so fundamentally, Robyn is not only redefining how the world sees her but also how she sees herself, a transformation that could lead to a healthier, more balanced approach to both her personal and public life. The evolution of Robyn's look can also be seen as a response to the growing demand among viewers for more authentic portrayals of personal change in reality TV. Over the years, Sister Wives has been critiqued for its polished, sometimes overly scripted moments that often mask the real emotional struggles of its participants. In contrast, Robyn's recent transformation appears raw and unfiltered. In interviews, she acknowledged that her previous style, though once a source of comfort, had become a symbol of the constraints placed upon her by a life that was not entirely her own. By choosing to radically alter her appearance, she is, in essence, reclaiming her narrative. "I'm tired of being boxed in by expectations," Robyn stated during an emotional interview. "This new look is a reminder that I am evolving, that I'm not the same person I was years ago, and that I deserve to be seen for who I really am." Beyond personal empowerment, the shift has broader implications for the family's dynamic. For a long time, the Brown family's public image was constructed around the idea of unity despite constant internal strife. Robyn's bold new look, however, seems to acknowledge that change is inevitable, and that sometimes, a radical reinvention is necessary to move forward. It challenges the traditional image that has been maintained for years and opens the door for fresh narratives, not only about her own identity but also about the future direction of the family as a whole. With her new aesthetic, Robyn might inspire other family members to embrace their individuality and seek healthier ways to express themselves, potentially leading to a rebalancing of the power dynamics that have long defined the Brown household. Of course, no transformation of this magnitude comes without its critics. Some fans argue that Robyn's drastic change might be a calculated move designed to distract from ongoing family controversies or to shift the focus away from unresolved issues. They question whether the new look is a genuine act of self-liberation or simply another chapter in the ongoing spectacle that has characterized Sister Wives for so long. However, the majority sentiment appears to lean toward admiration for her boldness. Many viewers see this as a long overdue moment of authenticity, a break from the cycles of behavior that have often left her feeling like a supporting character in a story dominated by Kody's larger-than-life persona. The cultural impact of Robyn's transformation is also significant. In an era where societal norms about beauty and self-expression are rapidly evolving, her willingness to reinvent herself challenges the often narrow standards of what is considered acceptable or attractive on television. For many women watching the show, Robyn's new look is a source of inspiration, a reminder that personal growth sometimes requires letting go of the old and embracing the unknown. It is a powerful testament to the idea that change, no matter how drastic, is a natural and essential part of life. Sister Wives has always been about more than just the surface-level drama of polygamous relationships. It has also been a window into the transformative power of personal evolution. Robyn's decision to overhaul her appearance, therefore, resonates with viewers who are navigating their own journeys of reinvention and who understand that sometimes, the most courageous thing one can do is to start anew. In conclusion, Robyn Brown's shocking new look is not just a superficial makeover, it is a bold statement of identity, a defiant rejection of outdated expectations, and a hopeful sign of personal growth that reverberates far beyond the confines of the Brown family. As she unveils her radically altered appearance, fans are treated to a glimpse of a woman who is no longer willing to be defined by the past or by the narrow confines of her previous image. Instead, Robyn is stepping into a future that is as uncertain as it is promising, one in which she is determined to chart her own course, free from the constraints of public scrutiny and the burdens of a legacy that has long been associated with conformity and self-sacrifice. Whether this transformation will ultimately lead to more profound changes in the family dynamic remains to be seen, but for now, it stands as a powerful symbol of hope, authenticity, and the enduring strength of self-determination, a message that resonates deeply with fans and serves as a reminder that even in the relentless glare of reality television, the courage to evolve is the most captivating story of all.